Good morning all of you. Let us start analysis of Bull Mock Cat 18. It was an average paper, not so difficult, not so easy. So here is the very first question, easy question on probability. Any problem? Whenever you have a problem in any question, please write explain and the question number. Shubham, kind of that question. Yeah, any problem in this? See, 1 by 16 is not the answer, but 3 by 16. That was a catch. Okay, let us move. Question number 3. Difficult. If you are not good at coordinate geometry, then it will be a difficult question. Yeah, any problem in this? Yes, Shreya. See, what is the thing here? Since coordinates are mentioned, that's why I am taking x-axis as well as y-axis. This is origin, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. The very first point is 0, 2. It means x is 0 but y is 2. So it will be, say, this point. Then the next point is 4, 0. This point. Then the next point is 2 pi plus 1, 0. Then the next point is 0, 4 and 2 pi plus 1, 4. So you can draw this pentagon. What is 2 pi plus 1? Pi is close to 3.14. If you take twice of that, it will be 6.28 and we are adding 1 to that. So I'm getting 7.28 approximately. So this point will lie here. So it will be 2 pi plus 1, 0. Again, there is one more point, 0, 4. Let it be here. And there is one more point which is 2 pi plus 1, 4. It will be here. So if you join all these points, you will get a pentagon. So this is a pentagon. This is a pentagon. This is given by joining these 5 points. Now what is the question? Point P is selected at random from the interior of this pentagon. What is the probability that APB is obtuse? Now the names were, this is A, this is B, C, D and E. So what is the question asked? We want to take angle APB and P is randomly selected from the interior of the pentagon and APB should always be obtuse angle. Now what there is a property in circle geometry that whenever you draw a angle in semicircle, the angle will always be 90 degree. But you take any angle inside the semicircle, it will be more than 90 degree, of course. So if we draw a circle, semicircle, by taking AB as the diameter. If you take any angle inside the semicircle, the angle will be obtuse always. As you can see, if you take the angle at the boundary, then the angle is of 90 degree. If you are going at this diameter, angle is 180 degree. It means if you remain inside this semicircle, you will get an angle which is obtuse. So what is the question? What is the probability that this angle is obtuse? What is probability formula? That is number of favorable cases divided by number of total possible cases. Since this is a geometry question, that's why we can talk about area here. So what is the probability? It will be area of the semicircle divided by area of the pentagon. That is the total possibility. Now, how can we calculate area of semicircle? To calculate that, we need to know AB, that is the diameter. Now, what is AB here? See, this is 2, this is 4. By using Pythagoras, we can say that AB is square root of 2 plus square of 2 plus square of 4, and its total square root. So we can find AB. AB will give you diameter length. By dividing it by 2, we can get the radius. So what is semicircle area formula? It is pi r square by 2. How can we find area of pentagon? Since this is, as you can see, this is not a regular pentagon, of course. So we cannot apply a direct formula, but we can do one thing here. We can take the complete rectangle having the length of 2 pi plus 1 and the width of this 4. That is the complete rectangle. From this rectangle, we will subtract the area of this triangle. Then we'll be left with pentagon's area only. I'm leaving the calculation part for you. I think the concept is okay with you. Is it okay? Should I move further? Okay, it was a difficult question. We call it geometric probability. Okay, question number 4 now. Again, a difficult one. Long statement and variables. This expression is 2 plus x square by 600. Okay, any problem in this? Please write explain if you want me to explain this question. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. See, Shreya, what is the thing as the most economical speed to drive the truck? Since we are talking about the economical speed, it means we have to calculate the cost of the trip. What is the cost of the trip? It will be wages into hours and the fuel cost. We'll calculate it. Then we can go by value putting as well. Is it okay? Rishi, derivative, that is the ultimate thing. But if you go by option, this question was solvable. See, what is the thing given? A truck is to be driven 300 km on a highway at a constant speed of x km per hour. Speed rules of the highway require that x will lie from 30 to 60. The fuel costs ₹10 per liter and is consumed at the rate of 2 plus x square by 600 liters per hour. It means what? It means there is one more cost. The wages of the driver are ₹200 per hour. First of all, what is the cost here? It will be 2 plus x square by 600 into 10. Why into 10? Because that is the fuel cost, 10 rupees per liter, plus 200. That is the wages of driver per hour. It means that is the cost, and for how many hours you are moving, that is 300 by x. What is the times formula? That is distance divided by speed. Distance is 300 km here, speed is x km here. So what is the total cost? It will be this expression. Now we want to minimize this cost. Since we are talking about economical speed, it means we will minimize this expression and we'll find a value of x. Either you can go by derivatives by using differentiation. You will find the first derivative, put this equal to 0. You will get a value of x. You will find the second derivative. If second derivative comes out to be positive, then it will be a minimum thing. If second derivative comes out to be negative, it will be a maximum thing. Or you could go by option as well. And remember this thing, x should be lying from 30 to 60. See, what is root 33? It will be close to 5 point something. So if you take this, automatically this option is rejected. Why so? Because we are taking here 150 point something. but x is less than equal to 60. Similarly, if we take this option, it will be 5 point something, it will be more than 100. So this option again already rejected. So we are left with two options only, 30 and 60. That's why we will check it for 30 and 60. And the minimum answer, the option which is giving the minimum answer, will be the final answer. Is it okay? Shubham, 20 square root of 33, obviously, but see this range, x should lie from 30 to 60. That's why. That was a bluff in this question. Then we will mark 60 only, Shubham. If none of these was also there, we will mark 60 only, because a range is given for x. Is it okay? Okay, let us move. Question number 5, very, very easy. No need to take n. You could go by value putting only. When I solved this question, I took n as 1 and this will become 2. N greater than 3 does not matter here. It is just to, it is just for calculation. Is it okay? Should I bypass this question? Whenever you see any variable, always go by value putting. That is the best technique we can do in questions. Question number 6. Any problem in this? Please write, explain. Okay. This question was easy actually. You should know Pythagoras theorem, and there is one more formula which is known as sine formula in triangle. Let us take this. Let this point be A, this will be B, this will be C. Opposite to A, let the length is A. Opposite to B, let the length is B. Opposite to C, let this length is C. I am using these small letters. Now what is formula? It will be sine A upon A, sine B upon B. See, we are writing angles, then we are writing the length. Sine C upon sine upon C. That is called sine formula. We have a similar formula for cosine as well. What is cos of A? You should remember these formulas. What is cos of A? It will be B square plus C square minus A square upon 2BC. Now the question is very easy. Let us move further. Question number 9. Yeah, this is a kind of previous CAT question. We had a question of Fibonacci series in previous CAT papers. Any problem in this? Question number 9. Okay, what is the answer? It will be data inadequate. Okay, question number 10. Yes, Rishi. Question number 10. It was very, very easy question. No need to take this, given that y is less than. No need of this. Simply, if we are talking about y, which is square root of x square minus 12x plus 35, and we are talking about real numbers, it means x square minus 12x plus 35, that should be greater than equal to 0. If you solve it, it will be x minus 5x minus 7 greater than equal to 0. It means x is not belonging to 5 and 7. The whole interval I am taking here, I am using the open interval, open brackets. 5 to 7 I cannot take any value, because for this range the square root will be negative and y will not be a real number. By taking this, you can reject all the option, because now no need of taking the second thing. So we are left with fourth option only. Shubham, is it okay? 5 to 7, that shouldn't be present in the answer. Is it okay with you? Number 11, a long statement but very easy question. Shreya, you are talking about the previous question, I think. See, Shreya, if this is asked that range of x is needed, it means you are talking about domain. But if the question says find the range of the function, then you will talk about y. I mean range of the question. Yes, domain is asked. Clearly it is mentioned that what is the range of x, and moreover you could go by options, and in option you can see x belongs to. It means we are talking about x only. Now question number 11. Any problem in this? Okay, let us move. That was a nice, simple and easy question, but with a long statement. Question number 15. A good question on probability. A good combination of algebra and probability. Any problem in this? Okay, Sanchi. Each coefficient in the equation is determined by throwing an ordinary die. Find the probability that the equation will have equal roots. If equation is having equal roots, it means b square, that should be equal to 4ac. It means ac, that should be equal to b square by 4. Now abc, they can take any value from 1 to 6, because it is mentioned in the second line that each coefficient is determined by throwing an ordinary die. Whenever we have a Ludo die, we can talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only these numbers. So we will make cases. Now, if we take B as 1, AC will be 1 by 4, which is never possible. If we take B as 2, AC will be 1, which is possible in one case. We can talk about 1 and 1. A can be 1, C can be 1. If we take B as 3, AC will be 9 by 4, not acceptable. Similarly, if we talk about 5, if we take B as 5, AC will be 25 by 4, again not possible. So these cases are excluded. So I am taking B as 4. Corresponding to 4, AC should be 16 by 4, which comes out to be 4. How many cases? 1, 4, 4, 1 and 2, 2. Are you getting me, Sanchi? If we take B as 6, AC will be 9 in that case. So we can talk about 1, 9? No, we cannot, because my range is from 1 to 6. We can talk about 3, 3. So how many cases are possible? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is probabilities formula? This is number of favorable cases divided by number of total cases. So probability will be 5. These were the favorable cases divided by. See, we were choosing A, B, C's values, and there were 6 values available for every variable. So what is the answer? It will be 5 by 6 cube. Any problem, Sanchi? Is it okay with you? Sanchi, please confirm. Okay, let us move. Yeah, question number 17. It was a tough question. Yes, Shubham, I will. The angle between our hand and the minute hand is exactly 1 degree. The time is an integral number n of minutes after noon. Find the total possible values of n. So it is a question based on clocks. So what is the angle if the time is h hours and m minute, or n minute we say? What is the angle between the hands? Just remember this formula, or you can derivate this as well. It will be modulus of 11 by 2n minus 30h. H means hour, n means minutes. What is the angle? It will be modulus of 11 by 2n minus 30h. For example, if you want to find what is the angle when the time is 4:35, angle will be 11 by 2n minus 30h. It will be the angle. I'm using the same formula here. Shubham, we can derivate it by taking the clock. See. Say this is 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, this is 8, this is 10, this is 11. Now, so the time is h, hour, and minutes. Say I'm talking about 4:35. I gave you one formula that angle is equal to 11 by 2n minus 30h. You can derive this formula. You can take any time. Now what is the question? It says the time is an integral number n of minutes after noon and the angle is 1 degree exactly. If we take values, it will be 1 is equal to modulus of 11 by 2n minus 30h. I'm removing the modulus sign, so it will become plus minus 1 plus 30h is equal to 11 by 2n, which comes out to be 60h plus minus 2 divided by 11 is equal to n. Now what is the question asked? N should be an integral number. If n should be an integral number, we will try to cancel the 11 in the denominator. If we take it, it will be 5h complete plus 5h plus minus 2 divided by 11. Now we can take random values. As you can see, 5h, that is the complete number, integer number. Now we will take this 5h plus 2 plus minus 2, 11. One is 5h plus 2 by 11. Another value is 5h minus 2 by 11. We want to make this an integer. Now we can take random values by hit and trial. For example, if I take h as 1, it will become 7. Of course not so. If I take 2, it will become 12. If I take so on up to, say I am taking 4. If I take 4, then it will become 22, which is exactly divisible by 11. So from this expression, I am getting one value, which is 4. And by taking h as 7 in the second expression, I'll get 33, which is exactly divisible by 11. That's why only two values of hour are possible. Corresponding to those values, only two n's are possible. So there are 2 times possible, and this is the answer in this case. Is it okay with you? All of you? Yes, please confirm. Whenever you have a clock question, please remember this formula. Okay. Now the next thing. Any problem in this? Yes guys, question number 18. Any problem? Please write explain. Shubham, this is not so. Actually, the property is parallelogram diagonals bisect each other. That is the only property. We cannot say that their lengths are equal. Only in rectangle, which is a parallelogram, in only rectangle, they both are equal. Otherwise, this is not so in any random parallelogram. Still any problem in this question? Please make it fast. Okay, let us move. Question number 20. A simple question on probability. This is the third question on probability. Yes, Rishi. India plays 2 matches each with West Indies and Australia. In any match, the probabilities of India getting 0, 1, 2 points are these. Assuming that the outcomes are independent, the probability of India getting at least 7 points. It means there are 4 matches and we want total to be 7. In how many ways can this be done? The total should be at least 7. It means either we can take a sum of 7 or 8. Now, in how many ways 7 can be made? It can be 1, 2, 2, 2. That is one case. We are getting a sum of 7. We can take rotation of this. It can be this way as well. It can be this way as well. And this is also possible. That is corresponding to total of 7. Now, what is total of 8? How can we make it? It will be getting 2 points always. These are the only 2 possibilities. Now, we want to find the probability of getting these many cases. Now, I'm taking the very first case, say 1, 2, 2, 2. What is the probability of getting this? Getting a 1, what is the probability? It will be 0.05. Into, what is the probability of getting a 2? It will be 0.5. And we are getting 3 times 2. It means I'm taking 0.5 whole raised to power 3. Now, how many cases were possible? These were 4. So, directly I'm multiplying 4 here, corresponding to every case. Either this will be the case or the remaining thing. What is the remaining thing? Getting 2 always. Getting 2 4 times. What is the probability of getting a 2? It was 0.5. So, it will be 0.5 raised to power 4. That is the answer in this case. Any problem, Rishi? Now, okay, let us move. Yeah, any problem in this? Okay, let us see, Shreya. Find the value of the infinite product. See, what is asked here? Infinite product is asked. See the option. There is no such option, cannot be determined. Only values, finite values are given. It means cancellation will happen here. Now you can see the nth term, kth term as well here. This is k cube minus 1 upon k cube plus 1. If we write down this formula, what is the formula for k cube minus 1? It will be k minus 1 into k square plus k plus 1 divided by k plus 1 into, it will be k square minus k plus 1. That is the complete formula. So if we write every term in this format, I'll get, now what will be 7 by 9? It will be 1 by 3 into 7 by 3. Actually 2 sequences are going on. One is this and other one is this. So it will be 1 by 3 into 7 by 3. That is the first term. In the same manner, we can write the second term. It will be 2 by 4 into 13 by 7. Now the next term, it will be 3 by 5 into 21 by 13 and so on up to. Now, I'm taking the first sequence first of all. It will be 1 by 3 into 2 by 4 into 3 by 5 into 4 by 6 into 5 by 7 and so on up to. What is the second sequence? This is 7 by 3, 13 by 7, 21 by 13 and so on up to. As you can see, 3 cancel, 4 cancel, 5 cancel and so on up to. So we are left with a 2 from here. Now if we take this 7, 7 cancel, 13, 13 cancel, in the same manner it will get cancelled. So we are left with only 3. So what is the answer in this case? It will be 2 by 3. Is it okay, Shreya and Shubham? Is it okay now? Whenever infinite product is asked, that is the only criteria. Yes, question number 25, not a very difficult question, but the calculation was actually. So question number 25, any problem? Okay, let us move. Yeah, question number 26. Any problem in this? Okay, let us move. It was a simple, sober question. You can read the explanation. That is the best thing we can do in this question. Question number 27. Any problem? Okay. Question number 28. It was a difficult question of geometry. If you are not comfortable in coordinate geometry, then it will be a difficult question. In a triangle ABC with A angle is 90 degree, P divides BC internally. Of course, we are making use of section formula here, such that PA ratio PB is 3:4. If AB is, just a second, I think something is missing here. If AB is equal to root of 7, AC is equal to root of 5, then BP is to PC is what? See, what is the statement here actually? This says, the sand is not here. AB is what? This is root 7. That is the thing. AB is root 7 and AC is root 5. Then what is BP is to PC? Whenever you are stuck in any geometry question, you can make use of coordinate. That is the easiest thing we can do in any geometry question. See, what is the thing given? Since angle is 90 degree given, it's better if you take x-axis and y-axis. See, this is 90 degree, so I'm considering this as A. Now AB is given as root 7, so I'm taking this, so this point will be root 70. It will be 0, 0, and AC is root 5, so I'm considering this as C, so this point will be 0, root 5. Now P divides BC internally. It means P is any point lying internally between B and C, such that PA is to PB is 3:4. So P I'm taking here. PA is to PB. This is given as 3:4. We want to find BP is to PC. We want to find this ratio, this and this. Let this be K is to 1. What will be the coordinate of point P? By using section formula, I can say coordinate of P are root 7K plus 0 upon K plus 1. Then it will be root 5 upon K plus 1. Are you comfortable in applying section formula? That is a cross multiplication. So these are the coordinates of P. So what will be the length of PA? PA length, see, what is given? P upon PB is given as 3:4. Simply I am taking that PA square upon PB square. Say this is given as 9 by 16. Because we can calculate PA square. What is PA square now? It will be root 7k upon k plus 1 its whole square plus root 5 upon k plus 1 its whole square divided by PB. Now what is PB? Again the formula application, root 7k minus root 7 divided by k plus 1. I'm using section formula here. Just a second. It will be root 7 here. Its whole square plus root 5 upon k plus 1 its whole square. This is given as 9 by 16. Now you can solve it, you'll get the answer. Is it okay with you, all of you? It's not huge calculation, rather it is very simple because k plus 1 in the denominator will get cancelled. Yeah, still any problem in this? Is it okay? Okay, Rishi, see what is section formula? Okay, let us see. Suppose you have a line. Say its coordinates are x1, y1. Its coordinates are x2, y2. Let the line name is AB. And there is a point C which is dividing AB internally in k is to 1 ratio. We want to find coordinate of C. How can we find it? We will take this k, cross multiply this. So it will be kx2. Instead of k, a 1, I am taking say L, small l. So it will be cross multiplied, say Lx1 divided by k plus l. That will be the FC, the x coordinate. The other thing will be ky2 plus ly1 upon k plus l. This is called section formula. We have a section formula in similar triangles as well. Yeah, any problem, Rishi, now? Is it okay? Okay, let us move. Yeah, question number 29, again difficult, lots and lots of geometry. Any problem in this? Actually, this is a repetitive application of one property of geometry. Angle bisector property. Yeah, any problem? Please write explain if you want me to explain this question. Okay, Ashish. The angle bisector BD and CE of triangle ABC are divided by the incenter. What do you mean by incenter? Where all the angular bisector are meeting in the ratios 3:2 and 2:1 respectively. Then the ratio in which I divided the angle bisector through A. So what is the thing given? A triangle is given first of all. Then the angular bisectors are given. Let the name of the triangle be, say, A, B, C. What is in center? Okay, Rishi, what is in center? In center is the meeting point of all the angular bisector. What is centroid? Meeting point of all the medians. What is circumcenter? Meeting point of all the perpendicular bisector. What is orthocenter? Meeting point of all the altitudes. These are 4 things: in center, centroid, orthocenter and circumcenter. Is it okay, Rishi? Okay, the angle bisector BD is given. Then CF is given. Say these 3 lines are the angular bisector only. This is BD, this is CE, let this be AF. So what is the question asked? Then the ratio in which I, this is I here, this point, divided the angle bisector through A. So we want to find the ratio of AI is to IF. That is the question asked. What is the thing given now? The angle bisector BD and CE of a triangle ABC are divided by the incenter in the ratios of 3:2. 3:2, that is given. For BD, this is 3:2. It means this part is 3, then this part is 2. And for CE, this is 2:1. It means if this part is 2, then this part is 1. Now, we can say that BI upon ID, that is given as 3:2. Similarly, CI upon IC, IE, that is given as 2:1. That is the thing given. Now there is a property of internal angular bisector that if I consider, say, triangle BDC, say I'm considering this triangle. This line is angular bisector of C only. If this line is angular bisector of 3 C only, it means we can apply this property that BI upon ID will be nothing but the same ratio of BC and CD. Are you comfortable in this? Do you know this property? BC upon CD. We know this ratio, so I'm putting this as 3:2. I need this now. Similarly, with the same logic, by taking another triangle, because we know one more ratio, we can say that BC upon BE. By taking triangle BCE, we can say that this will be what? It will be 2/1. We know the ratio now. See, BC is 3 here, BC is 2 here. That's why I can take a common number, which is 6 I'm getting. So I can consider this to be 6K, or 6 only because the question is in ratio. I can consider this as 6K. So it will be what? 4K. So CD will be 4K. Now BC I am considering 6K, so BE will be 3K. Let this length be X and this length be Y. Now what is asked? AI upon IF is asked. Now we can once again we can take one, again we can apply this property. How come? We can take the complete triangle ABC. Since BD is the angular bisector, once again we can apply this property. How come? 3K plus X divided by 6K. I'm considering this as angular bisector. That should be equal to Y upon 4K. Similarly, we can make one more equation. By solving these equations, you will get the value of X and Y in terms of K. Then you can find AI upon IF. Huge calculation. Now I'm leaving the calculation part for you. Is it okay? Repetitive application of one property. Shubham, I'm not getting your concern. Last part again. Okay, see what is the thing? See, everything is in K, but X and Y, they are not in K. So how can we apply this property? We can apply the same property by taking BD as the angular bisector of the original triangle. If I take that, so can you say AB upon BC will be nothing but AD upon DC? Can you say, Shubha? AB upon BC will be AD upon DC. So by taking this ratio, you will find an equation in X and Y. You could skip K. Okay. Then once again, we will take CE as the angular bisector. We will apply this property once again. Then we will get two equations in X and Y. We will find the value of X and Y. Then the question is easy. Okay, let us move further. Low connectivity here. Yeah, any problem in this question? I think DI and AR was pretty easy. This was a K-slat. Read it properly, you will get the data directly. Any problem in this question? I think there is no problem. I'm not getting any response. So let us move. Question number 31. 33rd. Any problem? Saurabh, if the roots of the equation, Shubham, x is equal to 1 then. Okay. If the roots of the equation x raised to power n minus 1 are 1, we are taking 1 separately. A1 so on up to an minus 1. It should be subscript. Then the value of 1 minus a1, 1 minus a2, 1 minus a3, so on up to 1 minus an. There are numerous processes. Saurabh, we could take x as, say I'm taking n as 2, because we can make a choice on n. If n we are taking as 2, the roots will be x is equal to plus minus 1. 1 we are taking separately, so we are left with minus 1. And we are asked 1 minus of minus 1. That is the question. So by taking n as 2, the answer should be 2 always. That is the question. Is it okay? Shubham? Shubham, we cannot say this. Actually, whenever you are taking that x is equal to 1 raised to power 1 by n, of course this is an n degree equation. 1 is one of the roots. There will be many roots. There should be n minus 1 more roots. That's what he is talking about. Because you are telling me only one root. Of course, 1 is the solution for this equation. But there are numerous roots that he is taking as a1, a2, a3, so on up to an minus 1. Is it okay? Saurabh, are you getting me? I have done this question by using values. I'm taking n as 2 since I know the value of x square minus 1. So it will be x is equal to plus minus 1. 1 we are taking separately, so we are left with minus 1 only. So what is the thing asked? It is 1 minus the root. So answer should be 2 always. So by taking n 2, answer should be 2. There is only one option, which is so. That is the first option. No need of algebra in this. Shubham, I think your doubt is clear now. See, you are considering only one root. This is an n degree equation. There are more n minus 1 roots. Is it okay now? Okay. Shubham, are you comfortable in if I talk about omega square? Are you comfortable in that? Yes. So let me take one more example. If I take x cube minus 1 is equal to 0. So how many roots are possible? There will be 1 omega square. He is not considering this one. So he is considering only omega and omega square. So what is the thing asked? This is 1 minus omega square. Yes, Rishi. So what is the thing? It will be 1 minus omega plus omega square plus omega cube. As you know, omega cube is always 1. What is the value of this? By Rishi, your property, we can say this is minus 1. So it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1. So answer should be 3 always. So by taking n as 3, answer should be 3 always. So again, this is verified that first option, this is the answer. Is it okay, Shubha? Okay, let's move now. Okay, question number 35. Very simple question. Yeah, any problem in this? Answer seems fourth option, but this is not so. Okay. Let us move. Yeah, it was geometric probability once again. Any problem in this? See, whenever you are talking about the distances, Shubham, I don't remember the answer actually. This is 37th. Yes, answer is 5 by... No. Answer is 5 by 9. Answer is 5 by 9. Please check your calculations. See, we need the thing to be mod of x minus y. That should be less than 20. Okay, please check your calculation, Shubham. I think you have calculated 4 by 9, but the remaining probability was asked. That's why it should be 1 minus 4 by 9, which comes out to be 5 by 9. Please check your calculations once again and read the question 2. Okay, Shubham. Okay, if 2 points are selected at random on a straight line of length 60 meter, then the probability that the distance between them does not exceed 20 meter. 2 points we are selecting. So what is the question actually? If there is a line of length 60 meter, we are selecting any 2 points, say x and y. Say this is x and this is y. What is the thing asked? Does not exceed 20 meter means this is asked. X minus y, its modulus should be less than equal to 20. If we make use of geometric probability, that is the only thing we can make use. See, we can consider this to be 60, 0 and this to be 0, 60. Basically, we are selecting a point x, y. I'm converting the sum into coordinate geometry. We want to take a point x, y. Since the length is given as 60 meter, so x can take any value from 0 to 60. And y can take any value from 0 to 60. So we can rotate into this box. Let this be origin, this be x and this be y. So how many points in total are possible? There will be 3600 because x can take any value up to 60, y can take any value up to 60. So there will be 3600 points. We are talking about area in this. Okay. Now what is the question asked? Then the probability that the distance between them does not exceed 20 meter. We need 2 points inside this rectangle, or we can say square, such that the distance between them should not exceed 20 meter. How can it be done? Let this point be 0, 20. This point be 20, 0. We are taking 20 here. This point be say this point be 60, 40 and this point be 40, 60. So we can take any point in this region such that the distance is less than equal to 20. So if we want to take this region's area, we can take one thing. We can consider the whole square area, which is 3600, and we can subtract 2 triangles out of that. We should not consider these 2 triangles. So we'll be left with the required area. That is a question asked here. Still any problem in this question? Is it okay, Shubham? Okay. It was a nice, difficult question. Okay, let us move. It's normal question, average. Any problem in this? Okay. Question number 50th. Here, any problem in this? Okay, let's move. Question number 54. That was the only difficult set, I think, in AR. Otherwise, AR was very, very easy. Very direct sets were there. Any problem in this question? Rishi. Okay. Okay, Saurabh. See. Okay, there are 4 ranks. Let the ranks be 1, 2, 3, and 4. It says if Tina is ranked 1, then Tinu is not ranked 3. If Tinu is not ranked 1, then Teja is ranked 4. See, I'll consider the very first statement. I'm considering that Tina is taking rank 1. It says if Tina is ranked 1, then Tinu is not ranked 3. We cannot take Tinu here. This is going by hit and trial only. We cannot take Tinu here. If Tinu is not ranked 1, of course, if Tina is getting a rank of 1, it means Tinu is not ranked 1. Then what is the after effect of that? Then Teja is ranked 4. It means Teja should get rank 4. So we are left with only one case, that Tinu is coming here and T2 is coming here. So what is the arrangement? Tina will get first rank, Tinu will get second rank, T2 will get third rank, and Teja is getting fourth rank. By using first 2 statement only, we are writing this arrangement. Now let us verify this arrangement. It says if T2 is not ranked 2, you can see T2 is not ranked 2 here, then Teja is ranked 2. Of course, this is not so in this case. That's why this arrangement is not possible. Is it okay? Rishi, Ashish, Saurabh, we are just going by hit and trial. Is it okay? Clear? So, let us consider that Tina is not getting a rank of 1. This is never possible because we are getting contradiction. So, what I can do, I can take the second person, which is Tinu. Now, let us take that Tinu is getting a rank of first. Now, what is the statement we can use? First statement is of no use. If Tinu is not ranked 1, then Teja is ranked 4. We cannot make use of this statement. If T2 is not ranked 2, then Teja is ranked 2. We can make use of this statement. If T2 is not ranked 2, it means you are considering that T2 is not taking rank 2. It means T2 either can take rank 3 or can take rank 4. And in both cases, I am considering that Tinu is at first place. Now, if T2 is not ranked 2, then Teja is ranked 2. So we can consider Teja is coming here and Teja is coming here. Now, if T2 is ranked 3, then Teja is not ranked 2. By using this, we can rule out the second thing. Is it okay? Are you getting me? If T2 is ranked 3, then Teja is not ranked 2. But I am getting Teja in rank 2. That's why we cannot consider this arrangement. So we are left with the last thing, where we are considering Tinu at the first place, Teja at the second place, and T2 at the fourth place. That's why we are taking T2, Teja, and we are left with one thing, which is Tina. That is the only possibility by using that Tinu is getting a first place. So this was just by hit and trial, where we are considering that Tinu is at first place, Teja is getting second place, Tina third place, T2 fourth place. Once again, if we write down all the condition, there is one more arrangement possible. It will be Tinu, T2, Tina, and Teja. By taking Teja at second place and fourth place. And you can see in the statement, Teja is ranked 4, Teja is ranked 2. Always we are talking about Teja, and the ranks are 2 and 4. So you could make 2 cases where we are considering that Teja is taking a second place and Teja is getting a fourth place. So only these 2 possibilities are possible. Is it okay? Rishi, that is the only thing we can do in this question, only by hit and try. I think now the question is easy because all the ranks are known. Okay guys, that's it for today. It was a long session. Thanks for the cooperation. Okay guys, got to go now. Thank you so much.